the wise counsel of Oromala and the solution to Nigeria's economy. In the ancient land of Ife, long before the borders of Nigeria were drawn, the Yoruba people lived in harmony with nature. Their land was fertile, their rivers full of fish, and their forests rich with game. But there was one thing they lacked: a system of governance that could ensure lasting prosperity for all. The elders often debated this issue, knowing that their decisions would shape the future for generations to come. One day, a great council was called. The wisest elders from all corners of the land gathered under the great baobab tree, where they believed Oromala, the god of wisdom, would guide them. Among the elders was Baba Agba, known for his deep understanding of the earth and its gifts, and Aya Olekan, who could speak with the spirits of the rivers. There was also young Adoni, a woman of remarkable intellect, who had studied the ways of other lands. The council opened with prayers to Oromala, and each elder presented their thoughts. Baba Agba spoke first, emphasizing the importance of agriculture. "Our land is bountiful," he said. "If we can harness the earth's wealth, our people will never go hungry. We must teach our children the ways of farming and the value of hard work." Aya Olika nodded, adding, "But we must also respect the waters. The rivers are the veins of our land. We must not overfish, nor pollute them. Let us establish a system where each family is responsible for a portion of the river, ensuring its health for future generations." Adoni, the youngest, then rose to speak. "Baba Agba and Aya Olekan are right," she began, "but we must also look beyond our borders. Other lands have discovered ways to preserve food, to trade goods, and to create wealth that lasts beyond the harvest. We must learn these ways and adapt them to our needs." The elders murmured in agreement, but there was one man, Chief Ologbon, who was skeptical. "These ideas are good," he said, "but they require more than just wisdom. They require leadership, vision, and the ability to inspire our people. Who among us can do this?" At that moment, a stranger stepped into the circle. He was dressed in simple robes, but his eyes shone with an inner light. "I am Oromala," he said, and the council fell silent. "You have all spoken wisely, but there is one thing you have overlooked. The heart of a nation is its people, and the strength of a people lies in their unity. If you wish to prosper, you must first heal the divisions among you." The elders bowed their heads, understanding the truth of Oromala's words. For years, the different tribes had been at odds, each seeking to assert its dominance over the others. This had led to mistrust, and weakened the bonds that once held them together. Oromala continued, "You must create a system where all voices are heard, where decisions are made for the good of all, not just the few. This is the key to lasting prosperity. When your people are united, they will work together to build a future of abundance." The council ended with a new sense of purpose. The elders returned to their villages, spreading the message of unity and cooperation. They began to implement the ideas discussed at the council, teaching their children the value of the land and water, learning new methods of preservation and trade, and most importantly, fostering a spirit of unity among their people. Over time, the land of Ife prospered. The people worked together, sharing the fruits of their labor, and supporting one another in times of need. They built granaries to store food for lean years, established markets where goods could be traded, and created schools where the young could learn both the old ways and the new. As the years passed, the land of Ife became known as a place of wisdom and abundance. Other tribes sought to learn from them, and they shared their knowledge freely, knowing that the prosperity of one was the prosperity of all. In time, the borders of Nigeria were drawn, and the wisdom of Ife was passed down through generations. But as the nation grew, so did its challenges. The land was rich, but the people were divided. Greed and corruption took root, and the unity that had once been the source of their strength began to erode. The elders of Nigeria, remembering the lessons of Oromala, called a new council. They gathered not under a baobab tree, but in the halls of government. They debated the issues of the day: poverty, unemployment, inflation, and search for solutions. But no matter how many plans they made, no matter how many policies they enacted, the problems persisted. One day, a young woman named Adoni, much like her namesake from the ancient council, rose to speak. "We have forgotten the lessons of our ancestors," she said. "We have focused on wealth, but neglected the well-being of our people. We have sought power, but ignored the importance of unity. If we wish to heal our economy, we must first heal our nation." Her words resonated with the elders, and they began to see the truth in them. They realized that the solution to Nigeria's economic problems lay not just in policies and plans, but in the hearts of the people. They needed to rebuild trust, to foster a sense of shared purpose, and to create a system where every voice was heard. The council ended with a renewed commitment to these principles. They returned to their communities, spreading the message of unity and cooperation, just as their ancestors had done. They worked to heal the divisions that had torn their nation apart, and to create an economy that served all, not just the privileged few. As the years passed, Nigeria began to prosper once more. The people worked together, just as they had in ancient Ife, and the nation grew strong. They invested in education, ensuring that every child had the opportunity to learn and grow. They promoted sustainable agriculture, preserving the land for future generations. They supported local businesses, creating jobs and wealth that stayed within their communities. But most importantly, they remembered the lesson of Oromela: the strength of a nation lies in its unity. And so, they continued to build a future of abundance, not just for themselves, but for all who called Nigeria home. In the end, the solution to Nigeria's economy was not found in gold or oil, but in the hearts of its people. And as long as they remained united, they knew that their nation would continue to prosper for generations to come. Written and produced by Akemosu Bakinsen Babatunde. Thanks for watching.